We are live. Hello, welcome back to the Maple Ace channel. We are in the Styrian Hills for Austria, which is round 4 of the Jag League. Not the Jag League. Is it Jag? No, it's the Aero League. Jag was the last league. We're back for another round of racing action here on the F125 game. We are looking like there's going to be some rain coming, so let's get out on track pretty quickly. I've started my stream a little bit later than usual, just so we can get obviously there's a bit of hanging around whilst lobbies get ready, and I think that's worked kind of perfectly. There's usually a few stragglers in that get in later than the 9 o'clock deadline, so just jumped into quali here. As per usual, we're going to put 4.2 laps of fuel in the car. Enough for a mess up, and we're going to go straight to track on a set of softs.
All set, we're ready to go, so let's get the car out onto the track.
So this time round, assists. We have to talk about assists. So I have been struggling, as we now know, on the medium traction control. So I've made an executive decision to have fun and go back to full traction, obviously keeping the manual gears and the ABS off. But manual gears on, ABS off, which should give us a bit more energy coming out of those fast, slow speed corners. See if we can still have a good amount of speed on track. And you see there, coming out of turn 2, I'm able to put the power down much earlier. And you know what? It was a good little run, but I need to be competitive to enjoy this league. Everyone's different. I only play like once or twice a week anyway, and I feel like in order to learn full assists off, you need to be playing a lot more than that. So a good little middle ground there. I've been out on track once to try this new approach, and it seems to be going okay so far. Now we have to test our reactions here and make sure we get some good times in. It's a good first turn. Now I've got the tricky braking at turn 3. I feel like we left the battery on a bit there, so that's a mistake. What do we do? Didn't even see my time there. So busy looking at the taking the ERS back off. If we slow down a little bit here, I'm tempted to go again. Although the tyre wear on Austria is pretty high, or it's 6% tyre wear. So maybe we just keep it fairly chill. See what we can do on a second run. Just eking out the fuel here, just so we've got enough for another run. I'm going to wait for this Ferrari to go past.
Got 1 lap of fuel remaining.
We are going to have to lift and coast a little bit on this lap just to make sure that we can get round. Or one last attempt. There's a car behind us, but I'm pretty sure they're not on a push line. No, it doesn't look like it. No, otherwise they'd be rapid around this corner, so just going to get out of the way of him. Make sure we have enough fuel. Yeah, we were sliding a little bit out of that corner. Locked up a bit there. You can already feel the tyres starting to scream. No, purple middle sector, but we were down quite a bit there already. So we're going to box, get a fresh set of tyres on and go for another one. As you can see, we're already P5, which is much more encouraging than when we were before. Last couple of weeks, so that's already had a massive pace difference just by upping the traction control. Going back to getting the power down much earlier after the corners. That first run we could have definitely improved on a little bit there. Oh, we're out of fuel. Any fast cars coming out? So just going to get out of the way of this car, just not quite sure. And this one as well, coming around the insides. And we're going to stay on the gravel because this McLaren's going to come around fast as well. And we're out of fuel, so this might be a bit of a slow trundle in the pit lane. At least we've got no more cars to get out of the way of.
Right, let's have you in at the end of this lap, please.
And I know I'm sort of preaching to the choir here, but it is hot today. 29 degrees outside, so I've got the window fully open. And that's still not making any difference whatsoever. It's just, if anything, blowing warm air into the room. I've got a fan mounted about here. You could say that that's just the aero coming off the car, but no, it's just a fan that I've mounted to my rig just to give myself a little bit of fresh airflow. I say fresh, it's definitely not fresh today. Be interesting to see our lap time and how far we're off the leader. But we're still in P5, so that's an encouraging start. Should mean in the race we're able to stick within DRS range of the car in front if we're able to put the power down earlier without risk of spinning out too much. I don't mind a little bit of loss in performance there if we're overall gaining on the DRS. So we've got a 104.9, I'm pretty happy with that. And 104.4 is pole, currently on set medium tyres, which is a little bit of a worry.
Right, so our best lap so far, 1 minute 04.9. And we're fifth in the speed trap, 198.7 miles per hour.
Right. Let's get low fuel on the car. Let's get another set of tyres on. Do we save a set? No, I think.
If you find yourself getting understeer, then you're not getting enough grip from the front tyres. It could mean the car isn't being allowed to lean on the tyre, possibly caused by a front suspension that's too stiff, or maybe the front wing isn't producing enough downforce.
Just going to have a look at the weather forecast again. So the risk of rain is increasing with every lap, so it's probably worth getting out there whilst we can.
Okay, when you're ready, let's go.
Shout out to everyone watching right now. Shout out to Wayman, and he might be watching. Got two cars coming down the straight. Shouldn't be in the way. roll the car in there a little bit more. Go down to 5 earlier on that corner. Which is easier said than done. Okay. Let's go for it.
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
I think we back off and go again there. We lost too much time in the first sector, but that's okay. If we back off early enough, it shouldn't give us too much of a disadvantage.
Okay, you've dropped to P10. Let's go again, we can do better.
If only we'd got a better exit there. It was a good turn in. Still there though. Oh yeah. Okay. Clearly shifting down there early gives the impetus to put the throttle down a bit earlier, but actually not the best thing to do there. Okay, we'll have to go again. One more for the road. And it's all going to be on the last set of tyres now, so it's going to be an all or nothing send. We've dropped down to P10 in the standings. We know we've got to find another 10th or 2 in that first sector. That's where our Achilles heel is, and then just keep it clean for the rest of the lap. I think we are pretty rapid in the middle sector actually. Our middle sector seems to be up there with the top. We've had 2 purples already in the middle sector. It's just that first sector that we really need to nail.
Okay, our best lap so far, 1:04.9.
Yeah, 28.9, 28.9. We're pretty much 29.0. Yeah, well, we're there or thereabouts with the first sector. The second sector. But we're 2 temps down in the first sector. And yeah, we've got a little bit more time to find that third sector as well. I think shifting down 1 gear in that last corner instead of 2, that might make a bit of a difference. But yeah, such fine margins around this track. I mean, 6 tenths between, 10th and first at the moment is kind of insane, which shows that we don't need to make much of a jump to get up the grid. If we can find 2 tenths, that's already P6. That's way better than where we've been starting for the rest of the time in this league. So fully focused, and we just need to stay sharp. I think we go early here, just in case we run into any traffic or there's a risk of rain. And I might just have to lock in, concentrate on this last lap. So no talking, full focus. Here we go. least we've got some clean track. Okay, so we absolutely fucked that by going slightly fast in that corner. Absolutely messed that up, and qualifying is done. So we are done. We are absolutely done, though. P11, not too bad. We can make some moves from there, but 3 tenths. We had 3 tenths there, 3.5 tenths. That would have put us probably P7, P6, which is a shame.
Right, we're right on the cusp now. We've been pushed down to P11.
Oh, spicy quali. Yeah, that's frustrating because we had the pace. But we could see the time if I'd just been a little bit more calmer on that last corner. I don't know if anyone plays it back, but yeah, just cutting that corner and missing the apex by what must have been millimeters there has cost us. So hey-o, at least we know we got some pace. At least we know we have a good race set up on the car, which should benefit us slightly. And yeah, let's make some moves. So let's have a look. 1.1 seconds behind the leader, 3.5 tenths, so 7.5. Yeah, we if we had put a clean lap together, we could have easily been P6, P5 there, which is a real shame. Yeah, but that's the way it goes sometimes. At least we know we have pace. At least we know we're up there with the front runners. Apart from Lord James, who's put an absolute stonker in, call him Lando Norris. He's done 5 tenths in the Mercedes. Here we go. instructed as per usual to not ready up, and there it is. There is that rain, that dreaded rain, which should make it a very spicy race. Of course, we're just going to go on to the Inters, and we are going to be racing until the changeover point, try and make it a 1-stop. If the rain comes really early, it might even be a 2-stop, depending how quickly we can go to dries. But it is a good thing. It means we've got 2 sets of mediums and 2 sets of hard, or 2 sets of mediums, 1 set of hards. If the rain finishes early, I'd say around lap 10, then it's likely we're going to be looking at a medium, because we don't have to use the hards if that's the case. The mediums around here are pretty rapid, and they will do about 10 laps each. So if we get an early safety car, that is what we're going to be doing. But the name of the game is going to be tyre preservation in this first stint. We'll ask the engineer how long we're expected to get the rain, and if it's soon that we're looking at the dries, then we might as well go for it for some overtakes. But yeah, it's going to be tricky. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be fun. Let's go. I'm instructed by our moderator that we have 30 seconds left until race time. I think on the wets it's 11,000 RPM and 9,000 RPM, because you go slightly less in the wets and the dries, just for a bit more traction.
Alright, let's focus now for the rest of the race.
There, that was pretty bad. My hat just fell there. Stay focused, stay focused. It's a long way to go. Still early doors. Keep going deep, almost swiping the car in front. It's just killing our momentum. Wow, what a move. Round the outside. Ben Wally there. What a fantastic move.
car behind starting to drop back. There's a gap beginning to form. Let's make the most of it. You might experience some understeer now that you're in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as soon as possible.
Getting a bit of an engine overheating problem now. Just the problem on this game is the engine does overheat quite a lot when you're stuck behind in a DRS train. Or in a on a wet train, you just can't get out of the line.
Gap to your teammate ahead, 7.9 seconds. Okay, I think the track's going to be drying out quite soon. Be careful you don't burn out your tyres. No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving. I don't think the line is really dry enough yet to start thinking about slicks. Let's hold on to the inters for a little while longer.
Yeah, I really hope it's a little bit longer than that until we get slicks on, because I don't think I'd want to be driving on this particular track on dry tyres. It's getting dry. I think we can take him maybe in the next straight. It looks like he's flashing. Just can't get close in that corner.
starting to create a gap. They're just starting to pull away from us now.
Ah, fucking hell.
Okay, stay clear of the white
That's
line on the
annoying.
exit.
That's really
Receive a
annoying.
penalty for dangerous driving.
Wasn't paying attention onto the pit lane. Are we going to get a new wing? No, we're not.
Okay, let's go now.
That's really
Come on.
annoying.
Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one. All right, we'll be doing one more stop today. One stop left in this strategy.
Ah, F in the chat. Oh, it was the right pit lap as well. It was the right pit lap.
This is our true position. We're on the same strategy. They've pitted as well as us, so warm up your tyres and make the most of this stint.
Need a safety car.
Okay, the stewards have now enabled DRS. DRS is now online.
The longer we can stay with this guy, the better. DRS. We're hanging on by a thread right now.
The gap to the car in front is less than 1 second now. Well done. Let's try and get past in the DRS zone.
Summon the safety car. Let's go. Come on. I believe. If we can get a reasonable distance on these tyres, we can box change wing. Oh, we don't want to go into neutral, but we want to. You only lose 5 seconds if we can get the delta of being on the fresh tyres. Maybe we might salvage something, but we're going to have to hang on a fair way before we start making that switch. This middle sector where it's really hurting us. Now outside of a second. It's crazy how much we're having to downshift on that corner just to make it. Points isn't good enough, James. We need more. We're back in DRS range. We just need a good middle sector now. We're out driving the car currently. Wing damage is just causing us not to put power down on that crucial corner, the one we need acceleration for. It might also cause us to get track limits warning here, just because we're pushing too hard. Still not in DRS range. We might have it by the end of this lap. No, we haven't got it, and we used all of our battery.
No issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them.
I can see the train. It's not too far away. We just need to keep it on track, keep it in distance.
Okay, gap to the car in front, 1.5 seconds. At the moment, the car behind is lapping faster than us by around a second a lap.
These mediums won't last that long. They've got a 10 map lane, so we're boxing on lap 20. If we don't, get safety car for a pair of hards. Sonny Hayes, let's go. Plan C for chaos. Apologies if you haven't seen the film.
approaching the pit window now, and you're going to be on hards next time. Yellow flag. Okay, clear.
Penalty, we don't care, we don't care.
Okay, we've been given a time penalty.
We
It will
do
go
not
against
care.
our finishing time at the end of the race. Get your head down and let's get it done.
We only need one more lap. Two more laps.
Okay, the car behind has newer tyres than you. Maintain the gap if possible. We're going to box this lap and push hard on the in-lap.
Box, 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 box. We're coming in for a new wing, and we're coming in for the fresh hards, which are going to take us to the end of the race.
Okay, gap to the car ahead, 3.2 seconds. Okay, don't worry about the car behind trying to overtake you. They've got a time penalty from the stewards.
It's going to be a painful stop, but it's much needed because we're just losing too much time. Oh my God.
Let's go, come on! That was a fantastic stop, faster than we were expecting.
I can release just fine.
Look after these tyres now, you want to finish the race on this compound.
Yeah, I can release just fine after the 2-second pit stop, but when it's a 7-second pit stop, I never know when to release the clutch. So we probably lost a couple more tenths there.
Okay, expect to see some rain about 10 to 15 minutes from now.
Let's hope that rain comes after the race is over, otherwise we've done all of that for nothing.
Remember to play around with ERS modes in your MFD if you need to.
Oh my God, that wing feels so much better already. Let's go get me some people. Need to clear these guys as quickly as possible.
No need to worry about the tyre condition for now, everything's looking good.
Hammered time, let's go.
Pace is strong, but be aware these tyres need to go the distance. We're increasing our gap on the car behind by around a second a lap. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 5.0 seconds.
We've got a few more warnings left, so not too worried about that. Come on, George, concentrate. That time's just not coming down as much as I want it to. I don't know if Falcon's on fresh hards or not, to be honest. I would have thought so. Actually, no, he must be, because yeah, he was the one pulling away from me when I was on damage. So yeah.
Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 5.1 seconds. So we're expecting rain in about 10 to 15 minutes.
It's getting hot up in here. Problem is they're getting DRS off each other up ahead. I feel like that's why I'm not really gaining anymore when I used to be. Mistakes like that won't help.
Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 5.1 seconds.
I'm absolutely perplexed how we've not got a safety car all race. Is this even Austria?
Okay, you're catching the car ahead, but
certainly
remember,
not Jeddah,
we
but
need
it's
to
not
get
far
to the end
off.
of the race on these tyres.
I feel like I'm gaining by an insane amount, but every DRS zone, I mean, every lap I'm losing about half a second on both of them because they're just sharing DRS.
The car behind is dropping back by about 0.3 a lap. Well done. Grip is probably dropping due to wear, so don't be too aggressive.
Oh dear. Just the nail in the coffin.
And gap to the car in front, 5.4 seconds. Caution, caution. Green flag.
Just going 2 seconds. And there's a 6-second penalty for the car ahead.
ERS is low, ERS is low. Consider changing mode on your MFD or lift a little with gentle braking into corners to recharge it. Okay, gap ahead, 3.5 seconds.
There we go, there's the mistake we need.
Good job, nice overtake. We don't think it's going to stay dry for much longer. The rain could come at any moment, so watch out.
I will have to bear in mind that one of them will be saving a lot of ERS for that last lap.
Final lap, push, push.
I just have to hope that they go side by side here.
Okay, gap to the car in front, 3.0 seconds.
Oh, it's going to be close! Oh, I don't think I got it. Did I get it? What was I, 12? Did I get in? I might have got him. Yes, I got him. I got him at the line. Woo! Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Got him by absolutely nothing in the end. 0.51082. 3/100ths. That's why you never give up. Because it was one position, but it was one position that our race was all depending on. So yeah, that's why you never give up. Pretty poor overall. Having said that, we did have damage for the first stint. We obviously had to box, we had to take a new wing, which cost us more time. And yeah, so overall, I think a pretty good race. It's just silly mistakes we need to sort out in that last little bit. And yeah, we'll be there next week. We just need to not bin it at pit entry, it will be fine. So thanks for watching, James, and whoever else who popped in, and yeah, we'll see you next time. We had a last lap sprint to the finish. The car ahead of me probably didn't even realise I was getting in that close towards the end, but that's all we were focused on. So happy that we managed to at least have a little bit of a battle at the end for one position at least. Anyway, thanks everyone, see you later. I will be back next week for, I'm going to say Qatar, which I don't think it even matters if you're on traction control off or not, because it's all just full throttle around fast corners. Alright, have a good one everybody, see you later, and stay sharp.